Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So every morning you can find me live streaming. You can come over and trade for free if you want to. We have a challenge going on this month. We're basically showing how to scalp every single morning. I trade in a studio with a lot of other traders. We've been keeping track. Our challenge this month is $150 minimum a day, up to 500, where we would call it a stop. This is our very first red day. So it's sad. It's a red day for scalping for me, which is pretty rare, but it happened. So this actually was minus 400, and then I fought back, and I'm pretty much exhausted from decision fatigue, so I'm not going to keep doing that. And I had a couple of other trading sessions with other people in between coming back to this account. But overall, we had breached 6,000 yesterday, but we're still almost there, and we still have 3 trading days to go. So 6,000 a month. We're hoping at least that. Which would be pretty good. It pays a mortgage, pays a car payment, whatever. A lot of people on retirement, on a fixed income, that are looking to make a couple thousand more a month in a very safe way. So here I trade large cap and mega cap stocks, and I trade in a range. And it's marked out with Fibonacci levels and support and resistance historical data. And then we use indicators to trade as well. You should come over in the morning and check it out. I'm going to have an intro, and then I'm going to show you the streaming in its entirety from the time the market opens. Now, every day before the market opens, 9:15, I come on and I mark out all the stocks based on a specially coded scanner that we go through Thinkorswim. You can get this. I have links to get this exact code, and it shows 100,000 volume per 1 minute candle to all the stocks that do that and how far they are from the high. So that's how we start, and then we mark out all the levels. So it may look like a mess to you here because there's a lot of custom indicators, but when you go into trade, it's not a mess at all, because here's what you're trading off of. And, there's a lot of different indicators here that I go into in other videos, but I'm not going to go into it again today. But you should watch. And then when we stream, we're showing them too. So you can see that I'll quarterback and I'll actually pick the trades. But you should pick your own trades, obviously. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Anyway, guys, get ready for the intro, and then next will be the full stream. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope I see you in the mornings we can trade together. All righty, have a good day, and go green.
Welcome to Day Trading for Success. Every morning, join the professor, a former math teacher turned pro trader, and watch him trade live for free, sharing proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor is not a licensed financial advisor. Consult a licensed financial advisor before following any demonstrations you see here. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss a live session.
We'll just go for a little bit of gold, not a lot of gold there. So it does that and then goes, before I can even get out on the 1 minute, because sometimes there's a delay. I could be $300 down before I even know what happened. So that's the excitement part of this. Okay, guys, well, good luck today. Here we go. Be careful. I'll probably be, after this first trade, I'll be just assessing for a while till we get some consolidating action here. And I'll probably switch stocks. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So I need to get ready to get out by buying the bid as it goes down, if it continues to go down, and just get out quick and not get greedy. I can get back in if it continues to go down. Here we go. 5 seconds. Oh, it didn't pick me up. Now it picked me up. And now I'm a little afraid. Just what I didn't want to happen. I really thought it was going to go short today, but it might take a few minutes, right? So now I'm in this situation where I'm going to probably want to get out of this if it keeps starting to climb here. Yep. It's getting worse. There's my off of my position right there. If you watch the risk oscillator. It's still the first candle, so I'm not going to overreact here. Oh, Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. You nasty person. You want to hurt me today. Now I have to dig out of this hole. This is why you should never do what I just did. I think it's going to retrace, but man, am I ever rolling the dice now, huh? Second fib. Just went down just low enough to pick me up and then shoot. Worst case basis. I get my excitement out, then my depression comes in. So this is the third candle I'm still in this position, so I am definitely looking for a way out of this position. There's not enough data, to read anything. I don't have enough to say, oh, it's going this way, other than just watching the candle. Yeah, I'm just going to get out. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, I just don't want. I think it's going to keep going up. So I don't know. So hopefully you guys didn't get sucked into that with me. That's why I advise don't do it. Now I got to work harder to get out of my negative. Now you'll watch it drop all the way down. They're all talking. The puppet master, they're all talking like, hey, he's out. Go short. And don't you feel that way when the trade goes against you? It's just like, it's going to do the opposite of what you do. I'm certainly not going to play it long right now. And I don't want to swing into Tesla. So we are at a real waiting game here is where we're at because I need some consolidation to trade. So I'm looking now on the scanners as Hood's a little down. Apple's a little up. Let's take a look at Apple. Maybe Apple's something to look at this morning. Wow, look at that. It spiked down and then went up. I'll go up to 100 shares on Apple. So on Apple, if we're sticking to the PDT, 25% of my position would be roughly 100 shares. Wow, there's the 200 moving average there. That's something to, how far away is that from us? I guess that's away from us, huh? There's an ATR low right there. Huh? Look at that. That pattern would be interesting normally, but block pattern, but not on a 1 minute at market open. Let's get this reset. Way too early to be concerned with a 15-minute chart. I put the time and sales up here, but honestly, it's close to useless for this style of trading. But you can see almost the color helps when I'm watching the swaling up and down to see what's just happened. But so much is not reported. That's why I get angry at this. So you think that everything has to be reported, and it's just not true. It's not the way the market works anymore. That's back in the day. They don't do that anymore. It's like they passed a rule that said all had to be reported in so many seconds. And then now there's all these ways that nobody has to do it. All the big traders don't have to do it. So you can believe what you want, but that's the reality. And that's why level 2 is, time and sales has become not as useful, in my opinion. Alternative routing, icebergs, you can report the next day. High frequency algorithms, you can report the next week. If you're overseas, you can never report when it comes right down to it. So I watch this, knowing what is waiting in the queue is more useful than what just happened. That is not all that just happened, So it seems like it's respecting that fib level. Apple is a little bit. Is the whole market going down here? Here's our multi-chart alignment. Here's our market. The Q and the SPY are both down on the 5-minute, but they're up on the 15. Wow, broke that fib. I got nothing to trade, guys. I don't want to. I wonder if the clock will fix itself if I click it back on here. $44. No, it's off like 5 minutes. Very annoying. The little button I can push over here. I've got to figure out why that didn't reset properly from one day to the next. Could be like my car clock on one of my cars. It's always losing time. It's just like becomes, you just set it in your brain like, how many minutes is it off now? 5 or 10? How many months has it been since I've reset that clock? So the volume increased as it was going down. I mean, these are not good signs that, I didn't think that the market generally was going to be bearish today. Oh, no. Don't do something with digital taxes, Trump. What are you doing? Oh, my God. Well, this is trending down. Still says no trend, but that's about to change, I believe. The question will be how strong. We're coming into the 11th minute, and this is not one I want to trade. It's not looking good. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. As far as a consolidating pattern. So this is also fading off. It seems like it hit some resistance at that level, 179.39. Let's see how strong that is. That's right there. It doesn't look particularly like it could be a particularly well-respected level, but you never know, right? Yeah, it broke it. It just did a stall there. So that's not good. Yeah, we need something to settle down here. If it's Tesla, then that's great. I'll get this. I always like to have every stock I trade green in the end, if I possibly can, without being ridiculous about it. Yeah, this actually has a more consolidating action than anything that we've seen so far, because it bounced up and came back. So again, it's too soon to call this, guys. That's why I like trading a little bit later. If you're doing it and you're doing well, then mad snaps. Just be careful. So market magnet should pull this up. You see it coming across, that's the price action that just happened. If it can beat the opening price action, that's a good sign. There it goes. So that should spring it up, but at the same time, the scalp pro said go down. But sometimes the magnet takes a beat, like 30 seconds, before it realizes its direction. And you still have a target down much larger than the target up on the risk oscillator. And we have the buy-sell oscillator saying it's going to turn around as well. So probably right around here, it shall start going up. There it goes. I just don't know if that's enough for me. You got the half dollar right there too. The market magnet's now coming to fruition here. Let's see. And everything's catching up to it. There goes the move. So it was a good entry down here. You already had like 40 cents up. And then you got out because you didn't get greedy, right? So it called it correct again, which it seems to do, even this early in the market, which is a little early for the magnet. It did call it correct. Trying to turn this around. So near the high of it that I would think short bias anyway, Yeah, if you were here yesterday, we had a clock that was working. It's 5 minutes off right now, so I just took it down. I don't know what the deal is with it. Well, there we go. Do I play it off this level? Tempting to short off that 348 if it gets up there. That's where I went wrong at the opening candle. I shorted. I want it to kind of turn around here and start making a channel for us. So that's traversing $2 worth of, that's a big channel right here. This is half my position in Tesla, not at 25%. So I can average in one time to go to full position. That's the momentum indicator turning it around. That's usually fairly accurate. Buy-sell oscillator said go down as well, but the MACD is fighting it here. There's all your VWAP, your 9, your 14, and your 20. All your moving averages are right here, which is good because you start to get these indicators to talk to you about what should you expect as we get them closer to the close to the price action, closer to where they are, then it can call the micro moves a little better. And you just want to take short moves. See, the volume increased as it was going down. That you heard the bell go off, and then it turned blue. It meant it was going to keep going, and it did. Now the MACD is saying this way. So that's good news if we're going to do consolidation here. So I might want to go long down here then, because there's a lot of stoppage down here. Like at the 345.50, and then or a whole dollar down from that. Even the better would be 345 even would be the better place to go long. Where'd that stop? 347.60, like 69. Oh, the magnet just pulled up again. Wow. So it's going to go up. Buy-sell oscillator clicking in. There it goes again. See how the magnet keeps adjusting? That's a 50% range, although it's only on our 15-minute here, so it's a little early to completely trust the magnet, but both times it called it correct there. 40 to 80 cent moves. It rejected off that 47.50 again. Boom, did it ever. All right, I'm getting ready to try to call some of this price action here. Getting a lot of help, which is good. There's the 48. Gonna break that. I'm starting to focus on the level 2 a bit. That was 30 cents I could have picked up there. Now 50 cents. Wow. That was a rejection off the 348. So anywhere up there again, I mean, it's kind of making a flat top if you go all the way across, right at that 348 level. So that's a great level to short it. And then long is really not till way down here. So here we go again. It looks like it's rearing to go up. Just made a rickshaw man on the 1 minute. Let me adjust this if I have time. 15 minutes nice and strong. All right, we're getting ready here. Give me something, guys. Don't just stall now. Magnet's coming in to pull this up. I'm going to get ready to buy the bid. I'm going to try to buy the bid off the levels, I think. So it's 346.50 maybe. 346.50. It just bounced 50 cents there off of that. I'll go ahead and see if I can catch that. I tried to get it at the 50. No, I did it. Okay. Right when I was going to cancel it, because of the way it was swailing down, it picked me up. I'm in it now, and I didn't wait for it to get as low as I wanted. It should have gone because I was just impatient. There we go. So I got some of that back. MACD says, no, you will not. So that's EMA crossover. The buy-sell oscillator is RSI cross, relative strength. So they're giving you different reasons to go the direction, So looking at that 347.50 to 348 to go short. There's nothing here. We don't want to take it in the middle. There's the 50. Let's bounce it up to the whole dollar, please. You can go higher. Come on. Get me up there. Anywhere close up there, I'll try that. Get me. I tried at 97. Swailing up now. And then do I want it once it picks me up? Do I want to be up there now? See what happens? It broke the flat top stronger. There we go. So I've got slowly climbing out of this dumb hole I put myself in. Yeah, we're getting some good price action here on this. This is good scalping, RV style scalping in here. How about everything else? NVIDIA's down. AMD down from the open but up from the close. Tesla's up from both. Hood is down from the close and the open, and Apple is down as well. Apple's sinking. Okay, so let's get back up here again so we can think about shorting it. So you look, it's not making any really big moves here. It's just kind of staying steady. So that's good for us. We just got to watch that trend moving against us if we short, and suddenly it starts to get way out of our, $2 out of our position there. At any time, it could pop channels. So you just got to watch it, and these channels are $2. I mean, really, they're not whole and half dollar channels. Guess I'll start marking these here. So we're looking at like really kind of there below the whole dollar. And then there's been some support in this area, which isn't all the way down where I wanted it. That's the 46.35. That's kind of the more channel it seems to be building. Will it stay in there? I don't know. That's just to give us a visual. Magnet's going to go up again. So this is about, if it gives me a dip here, in just the right timing, then it's good to go up on the magnet here. So let's pull it. Magnet's going to pull up. So we're looking for something near 347. I'll get in the whole dollar if I can get it for an upward move. I don't want to go in really any higher than that. Yeah, because it's already doing what it says it's going to do. It didn't give me a chance to get into that move. I saw it was about to go up. So you could say you should trade it long, but I went ahead and went in on that move up short, thinking building a retracement here, but now this is what I was worried about, that it gets strong enough to scare you going up, you know. So I kind of want to get out of this doesn't need to be a big profit for me to get out of this move. Come on, you went way too high there. Look at the bid, how far I'm off. It's getting closer now. 0. Could have got out at 0 money, maybe. Let's see some retracement. There we go. That is a nice trade. Get me out of that. Okay. I was just going to hit buy. I canceled it. Okay, so that worked okay. Now the magnet called that going up, and then I went against it for a retracement. So that's the highest we've been yet. So that's a little scary to do consolidation, that it could just keep going, you know. So that hit its high. So that's is that a high from previous days? A high? Is that a high for a long time high? I can't remember. 353. What is it now? No. So I'll straighten that out in a minute. It looks like an opportunity here. I'm just looking to see at the 47. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get in there, even above it if I can get in there. Yeah, right there. Come on. It's taking too long. I'm going to get out because it's going to drop. Yep, I knew it. So got out just in time. Now it's going to turn around. So maybe I didn't get out just in time. Look at that price action coming in above the magnet. So that is so sending it up. But the MACD says no. Too soon. Can I get a dip here? Would have picked me up at the 06 and dropped me down, you know, $20, and then I would have made a nice profit if I hung on to that. But I was seeing the swale, and I looked like it was going to go way down, so I jumped out before it picked me up. But then it went down, then went right up again, so I missed that trade. I called it right, and then I backed out. I feared out of it. 98 now. Come on, you got to pick me up quick. See how it's moving against me there? I mean, as far as, yeah, okay. That would have been a fantastic trade, but it didn't pick me up. Whole dollar right there would have been even. Boom, in a split second. See how that happened? I called it, but I didn't get in. Makes me want to go market, but there's a pretty big spread here, guys, so geez. Still stopping at that 48. Magnet coming in again, pulling it up. If you don't have that indicator, guys, you should get it. I know most of you have it. It's set so perfectly for the large and mega cap that it just is so accurate when you see it. Watch this pop up now. Boom. And then it'll be like a springboard for the price action. There it goes now already. It didn't even, there it goes. Yeah. So I'm not shorting it immediately based on this, but I am thinking about it if it gets anywhere near that fib up there, which is 349. I'm going to go in there. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do a big retracement. Yeah, so I got some of that back. See if it gives me another shot as it pulls up. Try it again. That's at 60 cents. You need to do it fast. Here I come. Nope, I'm out. Just not giving me confidence on the level 2 there. So now the punch. There we go. 63. There we go. I'm 90 cents down. But I just waited and not done the opening candle. So let's take a look here. We have a new go long situation. Really, the soonest is 347. You know, even dollar would be the soonest I'd think about it. Just make sure we're not going to get some big drop off if I go long down there. You could go all the way down here to 346.50 or below. Stair stepping up, and I'm just playing the short on the retracement because it keeps retracing as it steps up. So I could try to catch the step up, or I can get the retracement from the step up. Sort of a retracement biased kind of trader. And then whenever you get in, you look at the next level down to see, can you hold it to that next historical data, or trading with the crowd level, do the quick math to see, can I hold this, you know, before you get into it, in case it goes against you, and then that's where you jump out. Here we go. It's going to give me a retracement action up here again. Now it has made sort of a flat top at the 50 cents, so remember how it was hitting there a bunch of times. I got it at 60 cents once up above it, but look at how it went all the way up here, you know, so. No real 5-minute pattern. It's starting to make a bull flag over here. 15 is just straight up for all those traders, as you can see from the multi-chart alignment. Always keep an eye on that. What are those traders going to do as they jump into those time increments? Here comes the 1 hour right here. They based that on the 9 o'clock time frame, Eastern Standard Time. Just kind of in a waiting pattern here, guys, to see if we can get some, you know, something up here higher again to short, or something down here to go long. It just seems to be stair stepping up. I'd love to get a better dip to trade this up, but this is not a bull flag because it broke half the pole. This could become a bull flag, which would be much stronger on a 5-minute. Got a tweezer move going down, but it's kind of, it's at that 50 cent mark too, which is interesting. That's a rickshaw man. Some people would call it a doji if they're not as educated in the patterns. Similar directions, just one's a rickshaw man's a little stronger than a doji as far as the accuracy. Wow, so that was pretty close to that 50 cent. I could have hooked it there while I was talking. God, I feel like it's gonna go below it. I hate those words coming out of my mouth. My intuition from taking in data that I can't explain properly makes me think it's going to go lower, so I don't want to get into a long right now. See, there it goes. But the 47 I absolutely will go long at. I'm going to go anywhere close to that. What did I get at? 15 if I get it? 15 cents. I'm out. Took too long. Not going to do that. I have to reassess, you know. When I push it and it doesn't do what I want, then I need to reassess what's happening. Would have been a great trade. It'd pick me up. There it goes. Okay, now we got to wait for the other way. So it's just patience, man. That's the thing about trading. You're mostly waiting. At least I dug out of that hole that the excitement put me into. Oh. Okay, So NVIDIA is up from its close, but down from its open. AMD is up from its close, down from its open. Tesla is just up from both. Palantir is up from both. Hood is now, oh no, it's still down from both. And Apple is down from both as well. But it seems like the market's starting to turn around as a whole here. So you had the buy-sell oscillator and the risk oscillator, this turned it around as well as the buy-sell oscillator. This has got an EMA set up too. It's just different EMA levels on that, based more on how your target range is to the nine candles back. Wow. This is some good trading in here. Okay, I just got to start taking some of these trades. This is really consolidating here. I'm playing wicked conservative. Come on, there we go. Now get back up to where you were a minute ago. 50 cents. That's just the 50 cents. You should pick that up in a split second. Give me a break. Come on. I'm not going to pull out of that because it's about to swale up there. So, or not. Oh my goodness me. What are you doing here? So I'm in half of my position. And this is the first time it's been down here in about 10 minutes. Turning around. Should have picked me up, or it should have been a winning trade already, and I'd be waiting to pick this trade up. But that's the trials and tribulations of not trading market and waiting for your ask and bid to pick you up. Do believe it will come back, so I'm holding that position for now for a spike, a quick spike. Here it comes. Hit 33. Keeps making higher highs up on the level 2, so wow, that's a long time to wait for a trade, guys. Come on. Part of me wants to add as it goes up here to get to my full position, but I'd have to do it by market order, or I wouldn't get in. This is really bad fills trying to get in on the limits, on the bid and the ask. It's just costing me money. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of this thing because it seems like it's settling a little lower than I want as far as holding this order open. So if it breaks through this, it's not good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that pending order, and just so in case there's an emergency and I have to get out here. So we don't want it to break through the 346.35 level. Now I may add as this goes up. No, I don't think so. I'll just get out if it gets up. This time I'm going to get out at market as it pulls up. I've been green a couple times there, but it could have slipped that entire amount, so we're waiting for a bigger recovery. Just eats up trading time, you know, to sit in these positions. You don't want to do that. You want to blow upward there. What do we got for? You got nothing telling me it's going to go up. The market, it actually was saying it's going to go down with that last move there, so $0.88 down on my position. Wow, so it broke that level. Okay, so now I'm in a bit of trouble here, all because it didn't pick me up when I went to sell. Honestly, I'm not going to hold this much longer. I don't want to average into this to full share. That's another sign it's going to continue to go down. So I think I'm going to have to take a hit here. So this isn't going well. Another hole to dig out of here. Unless it starts to turn around now. Get me break back through the 46. Yeah, everything's red everywhere. We dig out of one hole to get in another hole. It's our timing. It broke the 46. Do I have anything else telling me to get into my full position here? Try to make my price point better. I'm over $1 off my price. Breaks through the 35 with some speed. It might be no. Nope. That's just a slow little recovery to tease me. It's getting worse. Okay, well that's a reversal sign on the 1 minute, so that's the first sign of maybe we'll get some upward action here. So let me see if we can pull above the 46. So I want it to go above that 35. I'm going to go ahead and go in full position there and take a shot at a recovery on a full position as it was going up. Remember, you don't want to go in until it goes up. And it's stalling, which I don't like to see. Give it a second. It is starting to recover here, so I'm giving it a second. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Second green candle going to happen. Second green candle going to happen. Let's turn it around. There's your first one. Here we go. A bunch of people jumped in there. Here comes our recovery. I'm down to 70 cents now on the break even. It was teasing us. Remember to stick to your max losses, guys. I probably have a higher max loss than most of you. Man, I really would like it to continue to its momentum. It keeps messing. It's a very slow momentum up now. Break the 50 cent, please. No, you want to break the 50 cents. 15 seconds to be their second green candle. Or not. It's hovering around 34 on the ask. There it goes. And the volume went up. It's going to break the 50 cent now because I told it to. Do not reject on the 35. Come on. Get the prayer indicator out here. Uh-oh. I'm going to get out. I lost. Okay. Yeah, that rejection scared me, so I just got out. As you can see, it's continuing to get worse. So that was a bad trade. I hope you didn't follow me into that terrible trade. Darn. So not having good luck today, guys. I will recover. I swear on it. I will recover. But the good with the bad, bad with the good. Yesterday, I came in about 20 minutes after this or so. Oh, did you see? Well, back to the 30. So, still didn't. I was at 70 cents. I'm kind of watching this just so I can go like, that's not fair. And there it goes. Oh, my God. Just waited a little longer. Maybe some of you did. Wait a little longer. I just thought it was going to fade. Yeah, we didn't really have anything that said it was going to go up there. This happened right after I got out, which is the buy-sell oscillator. So that was ended up being a good trade for a split second, like 200 shares. It was like it was a $30 green. Now it's making a bigger move up. So, you know, felt like a bit of a crapshoot there. I didn't like the feeling. This is not a good consolidating. Just this going down like that was not, me writing that down was not a good consolidating type trade, you know. Now it's turning around, but I don't trust it anymore. I just don't trust it. Let's see if NVIDIA is giving us anything. But I have to go back and make that stock green. That's my deal. This is stair-stepping up. Much more consolidating here. What's our range here? So that's 50 cents. There's the dollar. It was in this channel, went to this channel, went to this channel. Oh, again, this is earnings tomorrow, so this is above its close and below its open. Boy, you can't ask for much more consolidation than that, huh? Well, today started off as a bit of a depression. Accuracy-wise, I think I've missed 2 trades, right? Just they were big ones. The opening one, without that, I'd be almost even right now. Well, if I was to trade this, I'd go long at this level down here. I'll go into more half my position if I get into here. A little less than half my PDT position. Slow, so much slower than Tesla, huh? Molasses. I end up going back to Tesla a lot because of its price swings. That it gives you opportunities faster to make money. Of course, you can go against you like you just saw it happen. Had I hung on to it, though, I would have made it. I get so a different stock I would have hung on to. I get so used to the huge swings with Tesla that I get shaken out knowing that it's very, very possible it will just keep going down. Suddenly be it, you know, a $15 drop or something. So I just wanted to save everybody that might have been following me for a lesser loss as well as myself. Well, definitely reversal signs on the 1 minute there. Turned around. This level hit here a couple times too. Sort of just below the $80 mark. $79.39 down here. On what is that based on? Oh, that's that level we looked at earlier, right? 29.39. Okay, that's right there. Yeah. And there's the spike at 180. And the fib picked up these other levels. Well, that's 3 times now. Almost 4 times within this 5 minute that it stopped at that level, which shows some historical data where the price action turned around. So, oh no, I'm sorry. That's this one that I just made. No, right? I just made that one. Yeah, that's not that. It seems to be being respected though, huh? Well, this is a tweezer move. It did not go down the full level that it should have. Let's see. 80.12. 30 cents. Oh, yes, it did. No, it didn't. No. I'm just looking at the pattern's accuracy. Boy, did that MACD call it, huh? Phew. So I'm looking to go short if it gets up here. Where does that put me? Right there. Okay. Oh, it's been way higher. 181.21-ish. 181.25, way up there. Right above that fib. And other levels too. Yeah, this is so slow, guys. Jesus. Makes me want to put in 1,000 shares to make a move, honestly. But we'll try to stick to what everybody can do for now, for me. There's the 42 was that high. Did not let it get to it. Yeah, it's just nothing to do here to try to dig me out. This would be watching paint dry, honestly. Sometimes the large caps really, move, which as you guys know. But there we go. That's interesting. Gonna break the $0.50. It's gonna stop. It broke the 42. Let's see how well it respects that. Because that's just a tweezer move I drew. I don't know if that's gonna be anything to watch, really. It seems not. It seems like it didn't respect it. So, and there it goes. So I'm glad I didn't just short right off of it. On the 50 cent though. Hit the 50 cent and turned around. Do I want to take a trade on this stock and wait forever? It's so I don't want to. What am I doing? It's moving 5 cents every minute. It's just so slow. I can't do it. Sorry. But if you're trading all day long, it's you could start to really zoom in on those. Has this recovered it all? So maybe before I head out for my next session to see if I can show you guys some green. I'll turn it around, but if for some reason I don't, you will see it on the calendar. Okay, so that's worst case basis I got out down there. Just see what this is doing, 2 cents. Watch how many pennies this changes to see what you're within a few seconds, what you can get. There's 10 cents. Yeah, this is swailing about 10 cents every couple of seconds, which is at least something. You know, all you're doing really is you're just putting the probabilities in your favor when you scalp. You just find enough stuff to try to put the probability in your favor. There's no guarantee, as you can see, but 90 to 92% of the time, I call it right, and by putting the probabilities in my favor by watching the historical data and the indicators. But then there's that 8 to 10% that can hurt you, you know. Where are we at? Okay, so everybody's going to be waiting for me in about 8 minutes, so I could try to take a trade here, and I've got to switch sessions. I don't want to put a level on that tweezer move. That's just not enough. Definitely seems to be recovering on the 5 minute here. This is where we were going short, up in here, right? 80, yeah, this level. And then previously it was up in here, like that level. 48.50 level. Hope you guys are doing better than me wherever you're trading right now. Didn't start off as a banner day for me here. So consolidated down here, which is good news if it starts to keep doing that. But if it keeps trending up, then we have to be careful. See, I've got 6, really like 5 minutes to take a trade here. Okay, so let's see if I can get something down here as it drops. At the even dollar for a second. I'll go ahead and try. I'll try a move there. It's definitely a forced trade, so it's kind of risky. Looking at the clock, thinking about a forced trade here. What's my max share size on Tesla? Oh, I'm kind of there. So we'll hold this a second and see if it can continue its climb. Or is it going to hurt me? What's my time? Yeah, I definitely forced that there just to try to get a trade in before I had to clock off. So you would be at near your top on the PDT if you were trading this. You would never want to go higher than 200 shares. Oh my God, seriously, I'm going to have to hold this to a little deeper than I did before. I'm expecting this to get back up to the levels that it was, but it might take longer than I have. Everything's set up over there, I assume. Charlie, we've got... She got off already, so... Yeah, okay, so they can literally start without me if they had to. So, give me time to make money on this trade, so... I've got it right near the even dollar, 346.94, so I'm about 50 cents off, which you can see would be half of 200. I can hold this deep, deep into a deep red here, no problem. But I don't advise that for other people. Yeah, on the 1 minute it was making higher highs. On the 5 minute you didn't get that yet, but it was starting to stair step up. That's what got me to make that move a little early. Don't like to see that momentum go the wrong way there. I don't want to see it break this level. This is I recall this a bit earlier, being in this exact same position for less money. Oh boy, this is the exciting part. As long as you're not trading with your rent or something, you never want to be doing that. Break through the 35. This is where I was watching it before, I remember. Well, my position was better than this. It was at 70 cents, right? Oh, I think I added to it. That's what I did. I started higher this time to try to make what I thought was going to be a fast trade. And that's a reversal sign on the 1 minute. That's a doji. Rickshaw man has a really thin body and more likely to turn around. Here we go. So we want to see it up here. I want to see it $1 up. Then I can get out of the red over here. So it was originally 130 bucks or something, I think. Let's at least get it into this level, 47.13. Well, that wouldn't be that much, but it would be a big chunk of getting rid of the red, so I can finish it off a little later. Or it can punish me again. You guys get to see it here. Someone else suffer. They are trading in 1 minute. Not even $1 off my position, which with Tesla is like nothing. So you get, it's all perspective and how you look at it, Don't want to be $5 off your position with 200 shares. That's what you don't want to do. That would be a big hole to dig out of. Hey, it made a green candle. What a nice surprise. You guys started. Yep. I'll be over there soon. We're going to make this nice and green first. Here it goes. I have faith. Faith in the recovery. There it goes. Shoot way up there. Gonna get out when it's green, guys, because I need to move on. But hopefully you guys are doing okay and didn't get caught up in the Tesla money seeping trade. Trending up. Q and the SPY are going down. Multi-chart alignment's going down. This level seems to be holding it just like it did before, which is really a real intraday level, means nothing. I don't know why it's there. It was on a tweezer move back here, but I'm going to hold this more than before, when I got out. Worried about the time. Now I'm just going to finish the time. Everybody's basically saying just finish the time and finish your trade, and they'll live without me for a few minutes. Okay, break to 50 cents. I remember deja vuing this. Don't like the channel it's make. I could have made some trades in here. Made a nice little channel here that I'm way below, unfortunately. The 46 and the 46.50 area. Oh my goodness. Let's move along. Move along, stock. Go too far down or go back up. Make a choice here. Magnet is going to pull it down. Not good news for me. See the magnet coming in? This is about to pull down. Man, does it respect that level, huh? Weird. Out of nowhere, we don't know why. Yeah, there's the magnet. Still, this is receding, unfortunately. We want to see more strength coming above it. That's usually a signal to get out of the move, but I'm going to hang a little longer. Volume's going up with this candle going up, which is good. Okay, so that's a very, very definitive rickshaw, man, going the right direction for me. Breaking the magnet, which is good. Nope, wants to hit that even dollar. See, we just passed the 30-minute there. Everything's green now, so that's actually a pretty good sign for people to jump into this. This was near the top of its volume. We're still below, though, on the EMA. Yeah, I just jumped in the trade too soon because I was impatient, or I could have gotten a couple of wins down here. Short-term action back then looked like it was going to continue to go up when I was taking it over in here. Yeah, it just seemed like this was about to be another one of those, and instead it went against me. Good grief, guys. Come on. Make a move. Just suddenly slowed way down at the 10:30 mark. Parts of me just wants it to flush so I could just get out of the move and then come back later with better trades. That's right. I don't sweat you. I don't care. Make me lose. I'm calling you out. Do you see what it just happened here? Just like right below my position. Just didn't do anything. Just like stop dead. Here it goes again. Like it's time to pop. Let's pop up again. You keep threatening to do it. I'm basically $1 off my position here, a little bit better, but which with Tesla can happen in like, it could go $2 up and just boom, a blink. And we'd be nice and green. The RV strategy, I call my max loss the share size very often, and I trade 1,000 shares. I didn't really come up with one for this. What I look at it like is how long will it take me to dig out with normal scalping, you know, because I only have so many hours in the day if I do this type of trading, which I'm trying to stick to for this this challenge. So I look at more like, can I get out of the, you know, can I dig out? If I get down to 500 or 600 bucks, it'd be pretty hard to dig out. I wouldn't have enough time in the day. It's hitting a hard floor here at this level. So every time it breaks it, it scares me that it's going to keep going. Buy sell oscillator said no. MACD said no. Don't, you know, here's all your moving averages. Here's your VWAP way up here. It just broke below the even dollar. Then it came above it again. Making a nice tweezer move here. But that was scary looking on the Scalp Pro. Right at the top of a bit higher volume from the last 3 minutes. 5 minute looks terrible for me, as does the 15-minute. So yeah, it's getting worse here. It's getting like I have to take a hit here. Yeah, 400 down now is going to be hard to come back from. So yeah, not my day for this type of scalping so far. Another reversal sign on the 1 minute. Well, I see somebody's already over $1,000 up there. Yeah, so it's kind of slow if that's your leader. Oh, there's at 1,800. Okay. Yeah. They're trading, they're RVing Tesla, which is not really what they should be doing on it. It doesn't meet its criteria too well, but it's got the most liquidity right now for the large caps. For those of you who are interested, what the RV stock was today, they picked Tesla. So I feel like the puppet master's waiting for me to sell before it goes up. Yeah, at no time, if I wasn't doing this PDT challenge, at no time would I have added to 400 shares in here. Just for regular trading, I wouldn't have done it. It didn't give me enough. You know, I would want to see a break up here, which is then you get really close to my position, so you wonder, like, do you want to add at that point, you know? If it was really powerful, I might add to get like a 20 cent. I think I ended up at 346.70 the last time I was in this position. And lost $130, and now I'm, you know, worse than that on this trade. So now that was a good sign. So let's see. The target's getting more even here, which is good. Can you get me out of this trade, please? You got your ticker to read, guys. That's all new stuff. Yeah, there it is, but the professor can be crazy. That's how I got negative in the first place, trading the damn open candle. Should advise not to do. Come on, don't just start. Don't try to trick me to sell out for a lesser loss. Get the heck up there. Come on. You want me to tell these poor people another story? Come on. I can't subject them to that. All the way up there, 46.22. A little over 70 cents off my position there for a moment. Oh, come over here and muse me, kitten. Give me. Oh, you are just really pissing me off now. So that's the 50 cent down there. So is that going to really be? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get out here, guys. So we're going to want to get out here. So this is bad for me. So no, I don't want to see a 5 over there. No 500 over there. That's going to be my cutoff, so I can still maybe dig out. Yeah, that was a new low that I hadn't done in a while, so that's a little concerning. A bunch of people might have picked that up, though, to go long, that 50 cent mark. It's really trapping me here to not trade elsewhere. I know I sound like a broken record. There's a certain type of interest in watching this, though, from people to see it, a struggle of a trade that's going bad. Some root for it to keep going bad. You know you do. And some just, come on, professor. And some are in the position at the same time going like, what did you do? Why did I listen? Remember, I am not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone licensed before you attempt this type of trading. Do you think you could find a financial advisor that says, what I think you should do is day trade, and even better, I think you should scalp? If you can find that person, that would be a rare find, because they're not going to advise that. They want to manage your money. They don't want you to scalp. And most don't understand anything about it, and since 95% fail, their advice would be sound to say, do not do this. Hey, I'm getting some recovery by ignoring it. It made me wait a long time if this is the recovery. Buy sell oscillator says no. VWAP's up there, so come on, Mr. VWAP. Or maybe you're Ms. VWAP, I don't know. But let's get up there. Trump says a year in prison if you burn the American flag, and immediately somebody burned the American flag in public. You knew that was coming, you know. Well, I could do a lesser loss right now, but wouldn't that be a shame if it continued to go up after all that? That 5-minute close, nice and green, so that's a good sign for me to hang in here a bit longer. See how it's the scalp pros showing is going up, but it didn't make it to the top on that last one, so it's a mixed signal there. I don't have any other indicators. Buy sell said turn around. It's dragging up the 20, the 14, and the 9 now, and we're right above the magnet. So there's some signs that this is going to continue to go up. We've got a split here. The target's now 30 to go up. We've got a split on the multi-chart alignment. Wow, this is like a freaking 30-minute trade. It's ridiculous. I'm trading like a 5-minute trader. Maybe a 10-minute trader. That's just a pullback from a meteoric rise. Get that little arrow out of there. You don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Oh boy. That was enough for people to trust it, unfortunately. There's my position, 94 cents. Here's what the market maker's giving me. So I'm 60 cents off roughly on 200 shares, which is 120 bucks. And I'm missing the entire other session where they're making thousands of dollars. It's all okay. Oh my God, you gonna do it to me again? Now that would be a tremendous bull flag. Let's do that. Let's do 2 green candles and shoot to the moon. Make a nice bull flag here, see? Got momentum pushing me up now. That's gonna close, that's 40 seconds for that to close, unfortunately. Let's make a beautiful, there's the pole, here's the flag. We didn't go halfway. And then the next green candle is when everybody should jump in if this stays green. We have 20 seconds for this to stay green. Know your patterns. It's in the candlestick pattern playbook. There we go. Nice momentum before the close of it. 7 seconds. There you go. Close green. Then everybody's going to jump in green. Let's go green like you're supposed to do if you know your patterns. Make it a true bull flag. Who's not listening? Who's not playing fair? Come on. I'm going to get out of this trade soon, guys, because I just don't want to wait. Try to make my nut over there today. Trading the RV strategy with Tesla. Same stock, just a different strategy. Higher, much higher share size. More strategy driven than indicator driven. Can you give me some good luck? Yeah? Here we go again. That is not a bull flag, ladies and gentlemen. And it's getting bad again, so I think I'm going to get out of this situation here so I can move on. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're not in the situation that I'm in. I'm looking to see if we get any recovery here in the last split second, but it looks like not. So I have to pull out of this negative position here. See, it just keeps teasing me just before I get out, right? It's just teasing me. You give me any strength on this candle? 16 seconds. Anything? No. All right, I'm going to get out. All right, so I'm $400 down. Sorry, guys. I will try to recover that. I will give you a recap video to see how that goes. I'm going to jump over onto the other one. And thanks for watching. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Look for the replay video of how it all ended up today. All right, thanks, guys. Good luck. I hope you're going green.